into the wonderful world of calligraphy. We get these chisel markers in so many different colors, and let's use black because it gives us a very high intensity and it magnifies our mistakes if any, so we can learn better because we can identify our mistakes. So the difference between this magic pen and an ordinary pen is that in an ordinary pen we get lines of equal thickness. Look at this. The lines are of equal thickness. But when we are using a chisel marker, because it has got an angle, a chisel, you get the lines in thin and thick ways, which makes the letter form look very, very beautiful. So the question is, how do we use this chisel marker? When we open the lid, we can see a high point and a lower point. When the higher point is to the right hand side, it is used for Roman. When the higher point is to the left hand side, we use it for Devanagari letter forms, which is the Indian script. We'll begin with understanding how do we use this to create Roman letter forms because we are more familiar with it. The first thing is, never ever use only the tip. If you use the tip to have the thin lines, the tip will get blunt because of the pressure and you will not get this high contrast to make your letters look very beautiful. So first, ensure that this entire width touches the paper. For the first few minutes, only ensure that the width is touching the paper. Try this out. Just see whether the width touches the paper. Don't change the angle of your wrist. Your wrist should remain constant and then you are seeing whether the entire width of the nib touches the paper. Now, we can write the letter A even in such a small height. We can also write it in this elongated long height. But typographers the world over say, for this particular width, when the font height is 6 times this width, 3, 4, 5, 6, this height of the letter form makes it look aesthetically pleasing. That's the reason why when you begin having your basic strokes also, you should always ensure that you have these as your benchmark, as your support system to help you understand what should be the font height. We are not going to study the letter forms directly. We will begin with basic strokes of vertical and diagonal lines and a C and a O before we come down to understand how do you create letter forms. So let us begin by understanding how do we have the basic strokes using chisel marker.